So we're going to start by working on the IT band. That's a piece of fascia that runs from your hip to your knee, essentially. And we're going to begin by leaning over onto the foam roller and extending the leg that you're working. So in this case, I'm working on my right leg all the way out long. I'm bringing my other leg, my top leg, my left leg, into what I would call the 4 position. I'm down on the elbow and I'm in my forearm here. So I do want you to do that rather than this. That's uncomfortable for your shoulder. This is nice and supported and you can kind of lift up from here. So I'm right at the top of my hip. I'm going to roll forward. I'm just going to walk myself forward a little bit. And there's a spot right there that's kind of tight and a little painful. I'm going to just stay on it for a second or two. I'm going to move right past it. Now, right around here is where your leg meets your hip. And so this is a bony place and it probably isn't very comfortable. So you can just kind of skip right over that. And then work your way down your leg. I'm not going to do the whole multiple sets of rolls for you. I want you to see how this works, and then we'll just move on. So I'm going to work all the way down to the top of my knee, just a little bit above it, so maybe an inch or two, right about there, and I'm going to roll myself back. You also might want to try rolling just slightly side to side as you do this. Work the fibers in the other direction, and roll back. So you might want to try that about 2 to 3 times. You might want to go a little bit slower. As I said, this is really more for you to find out what to do and then do it on your own. I'm going to turn now and I'm going to work on the top of that hip and my gluteal muscle. So I'm still lying on the right side of my body and I'm right here at the intersection of a lot of things that happen in your body. So I'm just going to lie down on it. My elbow is still down. You can bring this leg, you can keep the leg here, you can groove it over against. Just kind of do what feels good to your body and begin to roll at the top. You can go up into your waistline a little bit, roll the bottom of that big back muscle, and then come back down. Find the spot. There's one right here usually for most of us. A little tight right there. And you can go down, lift yourself up slightly, go down onto the gluteal muscle. And again, you're controlling this by the weight of your own body and back. All right, now you're going to flip onto your back. So now both hips are evenly pressed. This is the lower sacral massage. So you're just going to roll, and you can go into the gluteal muscle again. You can just roll down onto it. Don't want to go any further than here. I would call that your smile muscle. It's the bottom of your glute where your glute meets your leg. And roll down and back. And then roll over to the other side. So now we're working the opposite of this hip, still on it, and then we'll go, you can see there's a system here, and you'll just work it around. So I'm both rolling forward and back, as well as side to side, to catch all of those little tight spots. And then finally you would roll to the other hip. So in order to stay with the camera, I'll have to move my roller to the other side. I'm extending my left leg now. Hip up. Leg over, elbow down, nice and easy. Just roll on it, roll up onto your hip a little bit. It's a tight spot right at the top usually. And then roll down. When you find that bony part where your leg meets your hip, just roll past it, nice and light, and then keep on moving. Just roll all the way down to your knee, or just a little above it actually. And then roll yourself back.